Welcome to ICW Worldwide. I am Veronica Le Strange here with the best person ever. He is pure, dead, brilliant. It's Billy Kirkwood! Yay!
Well, congratulations, 1997. There was an intro for you. This is ICW Worldwide. Are you all right?
No, clearly not.
It's 2020, which means we're going to be kicking off things here in ICW with the Square Go. A huge weekend going to be coming up at SWG3. So let's run through the matches. First of all, huge tag team title match. Going to be the Purge taking on the Fight Network.
Absolutely. Now, the Purge won those amazing titles at Fear and Loathing. What a wonderful way to kick off and end that year by getting the King of Honours at the beginning and then winning it at the King of Insanity at Fear and Loathing. Now, their opponents, the Fight Network, won their chance to be #1 contenders against the 9-9. And ever since that's happened at Fear and Loathing, there's been nothing but animosity.
Yeah, it's all kicked off. It's been a war of the words here in ICW between these two teams who are just chomping at the bit to get in about each other. We even had ourselves a singles matches taking place. First of all, Stevie James fell down to Krieger when he beat him on a recent episode of ICW Fight Club, and then a death match. The Blood Tourist, Lou King Sharp, taking on Crowbar. We're not going to tell you who won that match, but we are going to show you some of the highlights. Check it out. And don't forget, you can see that match in its entirety on this week's episode of ICW Fight Club. You don't want to miss it.
Well, moving on to the Women's World Title match. Now, the Twisted Priestess, Evil, and Isla Dawn are going to face each other. Isla Dawn won the #1 contendership the last time we've seen her in Gonzo, and now they're going to be facing each other. Isla Dawn, I see a different side of her recently.
There's a new attitude to the White Witch. She's been more calculating, more cerebral, trying to play mind games all of her own, certainly to get any advantage in that title opportunity. But you know something? Maybe that's a glimpse into the mind of the Women's World Champion we don't want to see. I got to interview Isla Dawn recently in ICW Fight Club, and this happened. Check it out. Isla, thank you for giving us this interview time. Just very quickly, congratulations on once again becoming the #1 contender to the ICW Women's World Championship. Since recently here in ICW, we've seen you be much more ruthless, much more dangerous. You have yourselves a title opportunity in just a matter of weeks' time. What will you bring to your title match against Evil?
I don't think Evil or
The garage here in Glasgow has gone ice cold, it's filled with smoke. A message from Evil, perhaps, for the #1 contender. No! The Women's Champions in the ring, boys! Just absolutely halving like a guillotine. The Twisted Priestess. You can see it, those demonic spirits pumping through her veins, that black blood bubbling hot. it's going to be a completely different game here in ICW with that woman right there, the Enchantress of the Underworld, sending a message to the number one contender. Isla Dawn wanted to play mind games. Why on earth would you want to take a journey through the dark forest that is the mind of the Women's World Champion? It's going to be February 2nd at the Square Go SWG3. Is it going to be a wrestling match? Or is it going to be a bio-exorcism and a sacrifice at the altar of Legion? Get your tickets right now at Ticketmaster. It's going to be two of the very best the United Kingdom, the world of women's professional wrestling has. We are going to see Evil versus Isla Dawn at the Square Go. Now, recently on ICW Fight Club, Leighton Buzzard successfully defended the title against TK Cooper, making his first appearance here in ICW. But then it would be a face from the Zero G division's past. An icon of the Zero G division, Kenny Williams, former three-time champion, says 2020 is a new year. I want a shot at that belt. But one man that has a rematch clause is Liam Thompson, saying he wants a shot at that belt. So the championship committee got down. They made this. The night before the Square Go Gonzo on February 1st, Leighton Buzzard will defend the title against Kenny Williams. The winner of that match will then take on Liam Thompson the next night at the Square Go. So it's going to be a huge weekend for the Zero G title.
So we caught up with Leighton Buzzard after his match and all of that commotion to get this exclusive footage.
I'm joined backstage with Leighton Buzzard. Leighton, thank you so much for taking the time to speak to me. I know, obviously, just fresh from that match, fresh from that announcement.
I've always got time for you, Jen, don't worry.
Oh, thank you. But yeah, that announcement, can we talk about that? Like, this time in Gonzo and at the Square Go, that is going to be two huge matches for you. Are you worried about this? Like, Kenny Williams?
Am I worried, Jen? Let's take a look at my past, shall we? Shug's house party last year. I beat Joe Hendry and James Storm in the same weekend, 2 for 2. December last year, I beat Kieran Kelly for the number one contendership. Then I came out and beat Liam Thompson for the Zero G Championship in the same night, 2 for 2. February 1st, February 2nd will be no different. February 1st, Kenny Williams, I will walk into Gonzo, Zero G Champion. I will walk out of Gonzo, Zero G Champion. February the 2nd, Liam Thompson, Square Go. I will walk in, Zero G Champion, and I will walk out, Zero G Champion. If anyone wants to take this championship from me, they will have to pry it from my cold, dead hands. And Kenny Williams, you've got the audacity to come out into my ring and call me a forever trainee? Well, last time I checked, pal, I'm the one with the championship, and you're the one who's not relevant in ICW anymore, and you want the favor from me. But it's fine, because I'll give it to you, because I know what a money match is. But I will not hold back February 1st. Come Gonzo, you're stepping in to the asylum. You're stepping in to my home. And Liam, the Square Go, February 2nd, will be just the same as last December. Me standing tall above you. 1, 2, 3. Thanks, Jen.
Thank you.
See you later.
So there you have it, 3 matches already for the Square Go. I am absolutely chomping at the bit. But you might have noticed we have just mentioned a show the night before the Square Go. We have Gonzo. Now, if you haven't heard of ICW Gonzo, it is ICW in its purest form. It is the Renegade show. It is not recorded. Are you thrusting?
Yes, because I am hard at the idea of Gonzo. It's ICW at its rawest, at its most exciting, back to the way it used to be. Standing room only, bring your own ball, which is insanity personified in Glasgow. You got to check these matches out because it's ICW, and remember, it's standalone events. Tickets are limited. You've got to be there. So get your tickets right now. Here are some of the matches we've got coming up. and the match that everyone's talking about. The dream match we thought we would never get to see.
Oof.
The ICW World Heavyweight Championship match. It's going to be Noam Dar challenging Stevie Boy for the heavyweight title. This one has so much history. These two guys are the personification of Insane Championship Wrestling.
Yep.
They grew up literally boys to men. They had to get snuck into the nightclubs in the early day of Insane Championship Wrestling. Noam Dar went away to the bright lights of WWE. Stevie Boy became the bright light, if you like, of Insane Championship Wrestling as our World Heavyweight Champion. But there's so much going on. You think about that. Two of the icons, two of the modern day icons of ICW in the biggest match. And do you think for 1 second the WWE are going to let Noam Dar come back here? It's not even just a part-time thing, an occasional. He's going to be back here as much as he wants, and he wants to be that World Heavyweight Champion, because that sends out a signal to the entire wrestling world. You're the best.
Yeah.
You're the best.
Absolutely. I mean, when these two gentlemen faced off against each other in that ring after Noam's match, the atmosphere was sizzling. You could feel it backstage. Everyone gravitated towards that TV. I'm getting goosebumps just thinking about it.
You thought they were going to go at it there and then, didn't you?
You did. And then they put that footage up online. And what happened? It exploded. Everyone is so excited to see these two men go face to face, lock horns in a battle that is going to... I'm so excited for it. So after all of these matches, what are we all there for? We're there for this Square Go, of course. 30 randomly drawn wrestlers, 5 weapons. It could be anything, it could be anyone. This is where it all starts in ICW. This is when the wrestlers look around and try and make, well, new friends, new enemies. And at the end of all of that, the last person standing in that ring gets the opportunity of their choice, their choosing. They get to know when, they get to know where. It could be the World Heavyweight title.
But it might not be. It might not be. Maybe they'll go after the Zero G title. Aspen Faith has said he'd love to go over the tag team titles along with Lewis Garvin again. Anything. The landscape of Insane Championship Wrestling will change on February 2nd at the Square Go. We've heard from so many competitors. Grado, he said his world title reign was never what it wanted to be. He's came back into ICW. He's a force again. And he would like to finish off with a chance at getting that World Heavyweight title. Just imagine that. There's been lots of other names. Think of the names we haven't heard from. Think of the competitors who could turn up. There's your Joe Coffeys, your Mark Coffeys. There's Ravy Davies. There's anyone. There's Alexander Dean. Anything can happen in Insane Championship Wrestling. You got to join us February 2nd at the Square Go. Right, ready to get out of here?
I'm ready as ever.
All right, we will see you on ICW. Will we wave? 2000.
Let's thrust.
I'd like to speak to HR, please.
I am HR.
Oh, I apologise. Are we allowed to thrust it?
You're allowed to thrust it. One more.
Ah!